feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Oh, let's cover this Tory topic real quick. So, man, tough times for Tory Lanez. You know, I said my prayers to him. My prayers are with him. But, yeah, he's trying every single way to get out of prison. And now, this is kind of a step backward, but it's a procedural step that he kind of has to do because it's one of the only steps left. Tory is now trying to get released after both of his appeals were denied. And, you know, still a pardon looks like a long shot because, you know, Gavin Newsom loves Meg. So you're not going to get somebody who likes Meg to pardon someone who allegedly or is accused of shooting Meg. So I think that's a long shot. Now, Tory could still appeal to the Supreme Court of California. And that's his last chance other than a pardon by the state governor. But he's came out with this new thing, and it says Tory Lanez has revealed in his first interview that he had new evidence favorable to his appeal. Okay? Here's the deal. Tory submitted an official report to the court with testimony from a software expert who reviewed Meg's medical records after Meg was shot by Tory on the fateful night of 2020. After the review, the expert signed the report claiming there were 60 fraudulent errors in the medical findings presented at the trial. As you know, he's convicted of shooting her and sentenced to 10 years. He's always maintained his evidence. They're saying, according to his team, the most alarming part of the report is a missing documents called evidence, specifying that a hospital security guard named Derek Cervantes had bagged and tagged and transferred foreign bodies, aka bullet fragments, to the hospital where Meg was treated for bullet. At the trial, the detectives testified that the medical records were supplied to the defense by prosecutors, and that no bullet fragments were recovered at the hospital. But Tory says his report throws all of that testimony in question. The report also notes numerous irregularities, such as altered and overwritten text, QR codes that don't seem to work, bogus signatures, inconsistent document formatting, and missing repeated pages with date and time contradictions. What's more is that the report says roughly around 300 additional pages of information were withheld from the defense. Okay. It said, furthermore, they say the surgeon cannot be found and didn't testify there. Now, it's tough times, my people. I've always thought this about the case. I thought if Tory should never argue, and by the way, even though this was part of his defense, they didn't live and die on this part. So to beat this case, you would have to take an angle. You could live and die on the angle of she was never shot, so how did I shoot her when she was never shot? Now, here's the problem. If the jury believes she was shot, you're like automatically guilty. I thought the most sensible one would be, hey, I'm doubtful she got shot. And hold on. I'm doubtful she got shot. And even if she did get shot, I ain't shoot her, which that has to be the operative defense. I didn't do it. There's no proof I did it. I did not do it. And once we see Tory back at this stage where he's trying to just question if she was shot, it tells you that he has little to no more options left. Because throughout the trial and even throughout the investigation, even if you thought, because at first I was like, she did say she stepped on glass. Maybe she wasn't shot at all. And obviously, I think for people, when we think about shot, we think about a bullet going through something. I think later on we realized the government still believes it's considered you got shot if you get harmed by shrapnel to do with a bullet. So if somebody fires a shot at the wall or a metal sign and it fractures or it ruptures, and then one of the shrapnel, like a little splinter, hits you, technically you could say you got shot. Did a bullet go through your leg? No. But did you get harmed from the result of the gun being fired? Yes. And that's the thing that they care about. So Tory is back at square one, trying to say the medical report that Meg got shot is not accurate. That's going to be tough to prove. I think people have kind of like adopted that. It's not even about the medical report. And what I mean tough to prove is not that there might not be mistakes there. Is that I don't think they're going to overthrow a case or give a new trial based on, we don't think she got shot. And what I mean by shot, hurt by the firing of a gun. Like I accept and I admit that she did get hurt because of a gun that got fired. Now, do I think Tory fired the gun? No. Do I think she got shot directly? No. But such is the case that she could still claim she got shot because she got hurt by a gun being discharged. Okay? Anyway. Tory, I wish you luck. Somebody says, I keep saying Blueface. What the fuck is going on with Blueface?